Hey, it's Alexi here from Easy App Solutions. I thought I'd just do a quick review for a business called Lazy Dayz Pool Care. Now, this is a fairly new business. It's got no website, but it does have a Google Business profile, which is a great start. It's always very difficult for a business like this to get some rankings, especially if Google has very limited information about you. So, if you're looking to improve this business, I definitely recommend setting up Facebook page and a few other instances through local business directories, such as Yellow Pages, for example. Even though Yellow Pages is obviously a bit of a dead story, but having a profile verifies what you've got, and it's all about the actual consistency of information, such as phone number, the actual name, and mostly the categories. Now, getting a website would be a huge benefit for this website, even if it's a very simple one, just to reflect on the actual business name as well as the services that this business actually provides. Because at this particular point, pool cleaning service could be a very broad spectrum. And besides that, there's many other services that a business could be providing. And look, if you're basically starting out, the rule of thumb is really just trying to feed as much information to Google Business as you can, mainly images. If you can put images in there of the work done, your logo and everything else, that would be great. But please use real images. Don't use stock images because every image that you set up basically has got a geo tag connected to it. And if you service a particular area and you want to get the benefits for your Google profile, that would actually work. Now, the bigger issue is that if you're going to look up Lazy Dayz Pool Cleaning, there's actually another business that comes up. And, if you're going to use the correction from Google, you will find that it's a business actually located on the Gold Coast. It's a different business, but looks like it does very similar stuff. And overall, it's very difficult to combat businesses like that. However, if you're in a very different location, one thing I would suggest is potentially put in the location name into the business name. So here, I would actually put something like, pool maintenance Brisbane or Gold Coast or Sunshine Coast, whichever the areas that you're wanting to attack. Obviously, in this case, this business is based on the Gold Coast. I would probably avoid that just to make things a little bit easier as well. Now, you can always look for other businesses when they rank as to which categories they use. So a quick win would be to basically add other categories in here that would be reflected on other businesses that rank for a similar business. Now, finally, obviously, it all comes down to having more reviews. If you're going to have at least 5 to start with, I think that's a really good start. Doing that is not very difficult, but look, this is obviously a very brief review of a business that doesn't have very much. But I can assure you, making a few changes gets you a lot of exposure, and reviews basically verify and validate a business, if you like. So if you want to make things stand out, if you want to really get more traction, make sure you got that business name, those categories, and also have these services outlined in this particular business profile. There is a whole section for services that you can go through. And lastly, a lot of people for some reason avoid this, but you got 750 characters for a business description, which you can put in there. So using keywords that are relevant to the services and the areas that you go after would really work quite well within that description. Why services and locations is because these keywords typically in combination justify intent. So people are searching for pool care, let's say Sunshine Coast, or let's say Montville or something like that, whichever this service is servicing. That would actually connect a lot better because Google's all about content. It's about aligning text with the actual user experience and then trialing it for a certain period of time to see how people interact with it. So that would be the easiest way to start with this business. And look, in relation to creating those in relation to creating those directory listings, make sure that the name of the business is consistent. So is the phone number. So are the opening hours as well as the categories of the business as well. And please don't copy and paste the same description everywhere because it's all about uniqueness. So make sure that you change that for each individual profile. Well, that's pretty much it. I hope this helps. I wish this business all the best, and I think it's got huge potential if everything's set up right.